Spirituality can be practiced and worked on, but there's something special about the INFJ personality type and their natural ability to be attuned with their spiritual side. But what about the INFJ gives them the title of the mystic personality type? And how does this affect them in their lives? Welcome back, Psychos. Today we're going to be discussing the 10 reasons why the INFJ is considered the most spiritual MBTI type. But before we get into that, have you liked and subscribed to our channel? Go ahead, we'll wait for you. Be sure to click the notification bell while you're there so that you never miss a video. Alright, let's get right into it, starting with number 1. They are constantly looking for purpose. Anyone with the INFJ personality type will know that they are on a constant mission of finding a life balance that best suits their needs for purpose. They are not so drawn to the materialistic things in life, they rather go for the things that will make a difference in humanity. With that being said, it can make it difficult for this type to settle on repetitive jobs that don't contribute to some sort of mission, as well as mediocre friendships and relationships that don't provide deep connections. Purpose is at the forefront of almost every INFJ decision. It can lead them to easily jump from one hobby or project to the next in hoping of finding their life purpose, which is their ultimate personal goal. Number 2. They are true empaths. Aside from being the most spiritual and rare of the personality types on average, the INFJ is also known to be one of the most empathetic types. With their introverted intuition and their strong feeling nature, they have the innate ability to instantly pick up on the emotions and the energies of people around them. They absorb the feeling of their closest people as if they are their own emotions, which allows them to easily connect with others and understand exactly where they're coming from. This spiritual gift can also be considered as a spiritual curse, as it can be extremely exhausting, especially if they are surrounded by negative people. Number 3. They're highly sensitive to their surroundings. Most INFJs would claim that they are a highly sensitive person, or HSP for short. This means that they are extremely in tune with their surroundings and can easily become overwhelmed by sensory overload. This contributes to their title as the most spiritual of the types because it allows them to absorb experiences with depth and meaning, something that the majority of the population completely overlooks. For some INFJs, especially the ones that don't fully understand their unique gifts, this high sensitivity to their surroundings can actually make them feel something is really wrong with them, when in reality, they just need to know when and how to retreat and to set boundaries around their vulnerabilities. An INFJ that is overwhelmed by their duties and surroundings is not uncommon, but luckily it's usually just their mind's way of telling them that they need to slow down and honor what their intuition is telling them. Number 4. They have a curiosity for unanswered life questions. How did we all get here? What is the meaning of life? Are we able to access other dimensions? These are just a few questions that almost every INFJ has pondered at one point or another. Since being a small child, most INFJs are known to challenge the big life questions, rarely settling for mediocre answers like, "That's just the way life is." They intuitively know that there is more to life than just what our society makes it out to be, and they are on a never-ending quest to gain insight into these deep topics. They are drawn to otherworldly concepts that most people would consider cuckoo. Sometimes they can even be set aback by humanity's lack of interest in the meaning of life, and their conformity to mainstream living that lacks purpose and spirituality. Number 5. They are drawn to all types of spiritual concepts. Tarot cards, meditation, religion, horoscopes, ancient spiritual cultures, psychedelics, you name it. These types of spiritual concepts undoubtedly catch the attention of INFJs, and they are rarely the type to stay skeptical about anything that holds spiritual benefit. They may not always agree with organized religion and the rules and implications that come with it, but they are always willing to learn how certain traditional concepts came to be and how they claim to benefit others. INFJs have a strong connection to their spiritual side and utilize their interest in spiritual concepts to ultimately find something that works for them and supports them in their calling to amplify their spiritual powers. Number 6. They have a strong intuition. Led by their intuitive nature, the INFJ is undoubtedly in tune with their gut feelings. Some spiritualists may claim that the concept of intuition is actually our higher selves rather than a primal instinct. Whatever it may be, an INFJ's intuition is always guiding them to become a better version of themselves, even at times when their intuition is guiding them in a direction that makes little sense in the moment. An INFJ will choose their intuitive gut feeling over the facts of the matter, and it always works out in their favour. In fact, an INFJ that ignores their intuition is likely to become stuck or confused in their life path and direction, almost as if they have no other choice but to follow their spiritual sensibilities and get them where they really need to be in life. Number 7. They can't settle for dull connections. Just as the INFJ personality type craves purpose in their job and hobbies, they are extremely hesitant to let anyone in that doesn't offer some type of meaningful connection. They use their intuitive gifts to easily scope out the motives of the people that enter their lives, and they remain skeptical about people until they see them for who they really are. Being an introverted personality type, the INFJ is already disinclined to have connections with a considerable amount of people. So you can be sure that the few individuals they do choose to hold close to their hearts must provide some type of mutual benefit. And that's usually for the means of empowering and encouraging each other to become the best version of themselves. They would rarely let anyone in that doesn't have a spiritual interest of their own, or at the very least an open-mindedness to spirituality. Number 8. They need a significant amount of alone time. As we mentioned, INFJs are true introverts. Although they are great communicators when they want to be, their strong, empathetic and highly sensitive nature requires them to spend a great deal of time in recharge mode. In these times of recharging, INFJs feel most like themselves because they have the freedom to do two things they do best: leisurely thinking and learning. This craved alone time allows the INFJ to expand their knowledge of the things that they are most drawn to, and most of them have to do with spirituality in one way or another. Whether they're daydreaming about alternative realities, diving into the best spiritual concepts that has caught their eye, or strategically planning or working on their next self-development project, they not only crave this alone time, but they are almost forced to retreat in order to truly feel like themselves. Number 9. They have spiritual discipline. Because INFJs are so in tune with their spiritual side and eager to advance themselves in all aspects of life, they require the spiritual discipline to back them up. If an INFJ sets out to discover for themselves the benefits of meditation, they are one of the personality types that will actually show up for themselves and do it. Although they have a hard time putting their visions into action, spiritual challenges are different because they have an underlying drive to better themselves, and they want to feel the claimed benefits so that they can help themselves and others from this experience. Number 10. They value their physical and mental health. INFJs honour their bodies and understand that without a healthy body, they aren't able to be their best selves. This personality type knows to take the necessary measures to ensure their body is fueled and supported by eating healthy, moving, and taking the time for stress reduction. As they say, without a healthy body, it's difficult to have a healthy mindset. And so INFJs strive to experience the best of both worlds, which allows them to utilize their spiritual gifts effectively. So, are you an INFJ? If so, would you consider yourself a spiritual person? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to leave us a like, share this video with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel for more psycho videos.